Hello students, welcome back to my channel. Today I am discussing another important board questions for ICSE class 10th. Right? Now first here, look at here. Name the following. The part of the human brain which is concerned with muscular coordination in the body, it is the cerebellum. The gland which produces the so-called emergency hormone, adrenal gland. The fluid filled in the cavities of the cerebrum, cerebrospinal fluid. The combination of fog and smog, it is a smog. Mention whether the following statements are true or false. You need to rewrite the statement by changing first or last word. First, the unit of light absorbed in photosynthesis are protons. False. The unit of light absorbed in photosynthesis are photons. It is the correct statement. Meiosis takes place both in testes and ovary. It is true. Fertilization takes place in the human uterus. It is false. Wrong statement. In place of uterus, it will be oviduct. Red blood cells are produced in the bone marrow. It is true. Fermentation results in the production of pyruvic acid. False. It results in ethyl alcohol. Here we have already corrected the statement side by side. Now the diagram below represents certain category of blood vessels showing the role of a special structure in their walls. Name the kind of blood vessels shown. They are the veins. What is the structure shown inside the blood vessel? They are semilunar walls. What is the structure? Semilunar walls. Now here, what is the role of these structures? To prevent backward flow of the blood. The main function of the walls to prevent the backward flow of the blood. Are these structures present in any other kind of the blood vessels? If so, name it. Yes, they are also present in lymph vessels. Towards which side of the figure, top or bottom, heart located? It is located towards the top. Name the respective organ or systems in which the followings are located and mention the main function. Pupil, it is in eye. It to increase or decrease the size of the pupil. When we see in the dark, then size increases so that more light enter. If we see in the bright light, then it decreases so the less light can be moved inside. Arteries, circulatory system, they bring blood from heart to the different parts of the bodies, that is oxygenated blood. Tricuspid valve, heart, present in the heart to regulate the flow of blood from left auricle to left ventricle. Alveoli, they are present in lungs to increase the surface area for the exchange of gases. It is not in your syllabus. Cerebellum, brain, to control balance and equilibrium of the body. Now given below is the table intended to give 4 examples and the category to which they belong. But one of the example is done for you. What should you write in blanks 1 to 10? See, hemoglobin, insulin, adrenaline, thyroxine. Here, insulin, adrenaline, thyroxine, they are the hormones. Here, hemoglobin milk. Number 2 will be the hemoglobin. Glucose, calcium, starch, cellulose. Glucose, starch, cellulose, there are carbohydrates. Calcium will be number 4. Lymphocyte, monocyte, eosinophils, erythrocyte. See, lymphocyte, monocyte, eosinophil, they are the types of leukocytes. So here it will be leukocyte number 5. Erythrocyte will be number 6. Urea, uric acid, bile salts, hippuric acid. See, bile salts will be the number 8 and rest they are present in urine. Urea, uric acid, hippuric acid. Thyroxine, insulin, albumin, ADH. Thyroxine, insulin, ADH, they are all hormones. Albumin will be the number 10. Now see the diagram here. See, this is the nephron. Name the parts labeled A to G. A is glomerulus. B, this is Bowman's capsule. C is the capillaries. D is proximal convoluted and this portion. And this is distal convoluted tubule. Proximal convoluted tubule, distal. This is distal convoluted tubule. Right? These are the capillaries. C is capillaries. F, this is loop of Henle. And G, it is the collecting tubule. What is the main function of this structure? The main function to remove urea and extra water from the blood. What is the main function of the part F? That is the loop permanently reabsorption of water. Name at least 3 components which may be present in the part G, that is in the collecting urine under normal, that is the urea, uric acid and excess water. Name the component which is present in part G. If the person suffering from diabetes mellitus, it is the glucose. If the person is suffering from the diabetes mellitus, glucose, because insulin is not secreted in proper amount, so maximum extra glucose cannot be changed into glycogen and stored in the liver, right? Now here, this is not in your syllabus. Differentiate between the numbers of the osmosis and diffusion flow. Osmosis, movement of particles from higher concentration to lower concentration to higher concentration through semi-permeable membrane. Here the movement of concentration from the higher concentration to lower concentration without any membrane. Just the flow of molecules. Myopia, hypermetropia, cause of that defect. See, myopia, the formation of the image takes place before the retina, and in hypermetropia, the cause and the defects, that is due to the short focal length and flattening of the eyeball. Cause short focal image forms before the retina, shortening of the, in hypermetropia, the formation of image takes place behind the retina. Glycolysis takes place in the cytoplasm. Krebs cycle takes place in the cristae of mitochondria. Arteries and vein direction. Arteries, blood from heart to the different parts of the body, oxygenated blood. In veins, deoxygenated blood from different parts of the bodies back to the heart. Right? This is not in your syllabus. Now here, name the blood vessel entering the kidney and leaving it. Entering the kidney, it is the renal artery. It contains oxygen and supplied oxygen to the kidney. And leaving the kidney is the renal vein. It contains carbon dioxide. It is rich in carbon dioxide. In renal artery, which is coming to the vein, it has a high urea concentration. And in renal vein, the concentration of urea is less. Give 3 differences. Artery. See, artery, it is the narrow lumen, vein, broad lumen. Artery, thick wall, vein, thin wall. Arteries, they carry the oxygenated blood. Veins, they carry the deoxygenated blood, except pulmonary vein. Pulmonary vein carries oxygenated blood. Pulmonary artery carries deoxygenated blood. What type of blood is present in pulmonary vein? Oxygenated, or it is pulmonary vein carries oxygenated blood. Hemostasis means the formation of the blood cells. What is the role of platelets in the clotting? It is the clotting of the platelets helps in the blood clotting. Turgid and the flaccid condition. Turgid means when is full, maximum amount of water cannot be absorbed by the cell in the fully maximum water. Flaccid, the cell, it is a plasmolized cell where it has the ability to absorb maximum water. Here it does not have any ability to absorb maximum. Hypotonic and hypertonic solution. Hypertonic solution, where the outer solution has less concentration of cells than the inner. In hypertonic solution, the outer solution has the higher concentration of salts than the inner. Diffusion, osmosis, we already discussed. RBC, WBCs, I told you already. Red blood cells, white blood cells. Red blood cells, they help in transportation of oxygen, and carbon dioxide, WBCs, they help in fighting against the infection, increases the immunity. Exocrine glands, and exocrine glands, they have the ducts, they secrete their secretions in the duct. Endocrine glands, they are duct-like glands, they do not have duct, they secrete their secretions directly into the blood. Now here the thing that name the structure shown. It is the stomatal apparatus. Name the labeled parts 1 to 5. See, this is the inner wall, this is the outer wall, these are subsidiary cells, this is the nucleus, this is stoma, it is the outer wall, there's the outer wall there, this is the inner wall, this is the nucleus, it is the guard cells, they are the chloroplast, it is the nucleus, and they are subsidiary cells, though it is not they are subsidiary cells. What is the most important difference between A and B? A is open stomata, B is closed stomata. The mechanism which brings about the change in the structure depicted. See, during the hair, when the concentration of glucose is high, photosynthesis occurs. The water is absorbed much amount, the cells are turgid, and the stomata remains open. During the night, photosynthesis does not occur, the absorbing capacity, concentration of stars decreases. So, and it absorbs minimum, it has the ability to absorb the water, the cells comes in the flaccid condition, so the stomata remains closed. Mechanism defined guttation means accumulation of water in the form of water droplets in the margin of the seeds, that is guttation. Here water contains also minerals and salts in this water. Now here table given and design substance from and to. Oxygen from lungs to whole body. Carbon dioxide body tissues to the lungs. Urea from the liver to the kidney. Digested food from intestine to the liver. Hormones secreted by endocrine glands to the target organs, heat from the liver generated distributed to the whole body, saliva secreted by salivary gland and goes in the buccal cavity. Now given below is the diagram is name the blood vessel in the A. It is the blood capillary. What is the significance of diabetes? When any foreign particles comes, microbes comes in the body, then the WBCs through the pseudopodia, they come out. As you see, they are coming out of the capillaries. Microbes are there with the pseudopodia, they are capturing, and then later on you see through the pseudopodia they engulf, enzymes secrete, and microorganisms they are consumed and destroyed by them, and our body keeps away from any diseases. What is the significance of it? The WBC count of the capillary wall and gives the protection. Difference RBC, WBC just we have discussed. Name the cells associated with the immunity. They are the lymphocyte, WBCs. WBCs are also known as lymphocyte. Give appropriate terms. Providing ready-made antibodies from outside for certain immunity disease, that is the passive immunity. Inhalation of cigarette smoke released by the active smokers, it is passive smoking. Number of persons per square kilometers. At any given time, it is population density. The onset of menstruation in a young girl at about the age of 13, menarche. Combination of smoke and fog, smog. Acid rain causes and effects. Look at here. See, acid rain, it is caused when the nitrogen dioxide, NO2 and SO2 released by the burning of fossil fuels dissolved in rainwater and form nitric and sulfuric acids and come down as the acid rain. What are their effects? It damages building crops and increase the acidity of soil and water. Thermal pollution, sources and effects. Heat generated in factories and thermal power plants is discharged as hot water into the water bodies where they kills the life in the water. That is the effects. They kills life in the water of ponds or the rivers and causes adverse climatic condition. Hot smoke coming out of factories also causes adverse weather condition where it has the problem in surviving the birds and other animals. Aerial life. Exophthalmic goiter. It is also known as Graves' disease. Symptoms are the symptoms of this disease is bulging of eyeballs accompanied by high basic basic BMR means basic metabolic rate. The cause of this disease is the high level of thyroxine in the blood in adult, that is the hypersecretion. Diabetes mellitus symptoms, presence of glucose in the urine, high level of glucose in the blood. The cause of this disease is the insulin is not secreted in proper amount by the beta cells of islets of Langerhans in pancreas. Yellow spot, it is located in the retina. In eyeball, it is the point behind the lens of the retina where the sharpest image is formed. Right? Okay. Now this briefly I told you. Now here, draw a label diagram of the human excretory system. See, this is the label diagram of the human excretory system of the man. They are the kidneys, ureter, urinary bladder. This is the renal vein, dorsal aorta. This is the renal vein. This is the renal artery. This is adrenal gland, left and the right. These are the renal arteries, renal vein. That is the highest position. It is the ureter. It is the urinary. Only this much you have to show it here. Right, main constitute the normal human remain, that is the urea, uric acid, water and hippuric acid. Blood vessels which enter and leave the kidney. As I told you, renal artery enters the kidney and renal veins comes out of the kidney. Overall chemical reaction represents the chemical respiration in the plants. C6H12, when it reproduces ethyl alcohol C2H5OH, 2C2H5OH plus 2CO2 plus 2H2O plus 2 ATP molecules. Mentioned in 3 point respiration exactly opposite. See, respiration, oxygen is consumed. Photosynthesis, oxygen is given out. Photosynthesis, anabolic process. Respiration, catabolic process. Photosynthesis takes place during the presence of the sunlight. Respiration takes place throughout the day and night. They consume. In photosynthesis, glucose is formed. In respiration, glucose is broken down. I hope so many points are there. While reading in a line in the printed page, you have to move your eyes from word to word. See, when we move, because sharpest image is formed on the yellow spot, and to see the word clearly, so we have to focus your eyes on the objects. That's why while reading a line from the printed page, we have to move your eyes from the word to word so that you are able to see it clearly and read. Use of biofertilizers is preferred over chemical fertilizer because biofertilizers are natural. Chemical fertilizers, they are chemicals. Chemical fertilizers, they cause harm to the soil. They also cause soil pollution. Biofertilizers are eco-friendly. Biofertilizers are cheap. Chemical fertilizers are costly also. That's why we use of biofertilizers is preferred over chemical fertilizers over there. Right? Sexual reproduction introduces. See, during sexual reproduction, formation of gametes occur, and these gametes forms during the process of meiosis. When the meiosis occurs, formation of the haploid gamete, crossing over takes place. During crossing over, exchange of the genetic material occurs, and due to this exchange of the genetic material, variations occurs during the sexual reproduction. Chances of pregnancy to occur are most favorable on or about the 14th day of the menstruation. This is because ovulation takes place at the 14th day and eggs remain viable for 1 to 2 days. That's why chances of pregnancy occur most favorable on or about the 14th. 14, 15, 16 day, these 3 days, the pregnancy chances of the pregnancy is 99%. Counting pulse is the counting of the. See, when your heart beats, the blood flows in the jugs. As the blood flows in the jugs, it creates pulse. So continuous pulse is the counting of heartbeat. Here on the scalp and the nails and fingers grow, but they are non-living. See, here and nails, scales go. In living organs, growth takes place from inside, and they go from the new cells are added from the base. And when new cells are added, then the nails and hairs are comes out, and the hairs which grow outside, they are non-living. I hope everything is clear. Again, we will meet in the next video with more important questions. Right? Thank you.